Hello, everyone. The purpose of this video is to show you how to cite an interview in MLA format. It's one of our essentials of English 101. And specifically in this video, we're looking at how to cite an online interview in MLA format, like the one that you would have seen of Karen Rinaldi and myself. So let's jump in. First, let's start with the Works Cited page. What would that look like? You're going to have the last name of the interviewee. That means the person who is being interviewed, so Karen Rinaldi, comma, first name. So Rinaldi, comma, Karen, interview by, and then the interviewer's name, whoever was asking the questions, the platform that it is showing up on, since it's recorded, the date of the interview, the URL, the www address, and then the date of access. So here is the one for the interview with Karen Rinaldi. Here it is, just as I said, Rinaldi, comma, Karen, period, interview by Abigail Michelini, period. YouTube, that is where it is housed. That's where I posted it. So that's in italics here. That is when the interview was conducted, August 2022. Here is the link. And then the date of access, I just made up a date here, okay? But you would put the date that you actually watched it, all right? So what you are doing is you're listing all of the texts, videos, or audios you use in your paper in the Works Cited here. So if you are quoting from this interview at any point, maybe when you write your midterm or something like that, you would need to put this in the Works Cited. And of course, we're practicing that this week. As a reminder, the Works Cited goes on its own page at the end, and you're going to use that MLA format that we've been working on, okay? This first part of your citation is the same as what you've already learned. This is what you use for the in-text citation. And the reason for that is so that people know where to find the rest of the information. So that in the body of your paper, when you write it out, you're not clogging it up with all kinds of information like, you know, there was an interview by Abigail Michelini. She interviewed Karen Rinaldi in August of 2022, okay? You can leave all of that out in the actual text, and you can just put the last name here. Let me show you what that looks like. All right, so here's an example of a quote that Rinaldi says during this video. It says, when Rinaldi said, "I can't think about what the end product is," I could definitely relate. So this is an appropriate citation here. It has her last name, and then I have a quote from the video, and it is an in-text citation. Here's the other way of doing this. You can put her name in parentheses at the end of the sentence and put the period here, not here, okay, because the sentence isn't over yet and you're quoting somebody else. And those are both legitimate ways to do it. Now, just a note, this is a quote, okay, not a paraphrase. So make sure that if you are paraphrasing, that you're following instructions for that and reframing what she said before citing the in-text. But the in-text citation remains the same. Whenever you have a quote or information like paraphrasing from another source, you need to cite at the end of that sentence. Citation is the last name of the author here because there's no page numbers, so there's no other information that you need, and the citation goes inside the period like so. All right, so that about wraps it up. Good luck with your Essentials of English 101. You've got this.